says you're live. Doesn't say you're alive. It says you're live. Couple of masks over here. Masquerade. You ever look at the deck of cards? Have you ever looked at the deck of cards? Let me get lost. All about me. Oh, my shirt's not right. But it's not right for who? If it's not all about me. Is it all about you? Who's it all about? Why do we need all this control? The control that's out there, controlling the chaos. Because if you can control the chaos, you can control everything in the chaos. Imagine, how is max? Maximum control. 99 and 86. Maximum control. Don't ask me to explain the numbers right now. I want to see if I can get onto this roll. My desk is a mess. Is it about me, physically or mentally, that I have scattered useless cards? Mr. MRTACPANS. All about me. Dr. J. Dr. J. DJT. Donald J. Trump. But all about me? Because it has to be in order. All about me. Order for what? Order is a thing for the physical or the mental. All about me. Oh, I heard a wow in the room. Why do people say wow? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Hold on a second. What more? That Mother Hubbard, the closet is empty. There's what more? There's 6 honeys in there. 2, 4, 6. But I don't have enough maple syrup. How sweet it is. So we have Jackie Gleason. We have Maxwell Smart. We have Agent 99. We have Larrabee. Hey, Chief. Of course. Hey, Chief. Take it away from the Indians. Hey, Chief. Who's running it now? Or is there really a war? Why is it so special for the Indians and the Eskimos? Because for me, and I'm not a racist, and I don't even understand what that word means, but for me, the Indians, the Eskimos, the Asians, Thailand, India, I put that all in one boat. And that's like, what is that? More than half the planet? Half the planet in one boat. And I'm all over the place, so you'll have to put it together yourself. I can't put it all together because I will lose the trend of thought. Went shopping today. Everything I saw was made in China, distributed by, I don't know, Ohio. Strange. Everything is strange. So made in America. You go into the store in America, I want to know, when you walk into the store in America, is 80% made in America? Because don't forget, when you went to school, 50-50 was really not a pattern. In fact, further on into the future, it had to be 60-40 in part of high school, and then eventually it had to be 80-20, and you have to be like 99% correct. Because if you were, imagine if you were 80% correct and 20% incorrect, and take that 20 away from the 80, that makes 60, and you're 50% tax, you're left with 10% of whatever you earn. Just a natural figure of the universe. When you flow or you rant, you're ranting the universal thought, which brings to mind Tesla, Nikola Tesla, and the animals, especially my cat. My cat sleeps outside in minus 20 degrees. My cat sleeps outside in minus 20 degrees, almost like they're plugged in. And they're not even on this planet. Really, you see their physical body here, but they're living in the web of the joint nature of duality. They go to sleep at night. They're over there. You don't see. They're 2 brains. Both, in fact, there's 3 brains. There's the brain here, and there's this brain here that you don't see. And now it's night. And then the night goes away, and the day comes in, and then we're on this connection over here. And then at some point, you're almost on this connection. You can say those are the quarter moons, the half moons, whatever you want to say about the moons. When the sun is coming up, you disconnect to reconnect, to disconnect, and all of a sudden, and this is where I believe we are right now. And I'm putting it out this way, making it a distance. You know, when you're on the internet, I don't want to put it completely out of the picture, But when you're on the internet, the further you go away from a signal, the less bars you have. Less bars you have, bars and jails, black and white, it stinks, it's a skunk, could be tomorrow afternoon. And the gridiron, they're coming down. It's LNF. LNF. Yeah, I said it backwards because I didn't want to say it forward, because if I would have said it forwards, I could be incriminating on somebody else's rights to the NFL football that plays tomorrow. There you go, I said it. Rag. Yes, and I got more under the sink. I have a guest tonight. Not my guest speaker. Of course, I'm the guest speaker. In fact, I just take a guess when I speak, because I put things together the way the universe gave it to us. In fact, who is the universe? How do you want to describe the universe? Imagine if you were alone, would you even say the word universe? So it was put into our minds, what is made up, what has been said by others, what we have read, and things we see. We match them up with things we hear, and we understand them through the theory of relativity. Hypothesis, relativity. What does it actually mean? If I put CO2 into water from a fridge, I'll get cold soda stream water. What is it about CO2? 315, the letters are ACE, ACE. CO2, H2O. In fact, I was working on something today. Today, yeah. I'm going to say it tomorrow also. When I get to tomorrow, I'm going to say it's today. It's always today. Where's that book? Oh, here's the book. Bought like a few books today. Win, place, and show. How? I don't know how. I don't know which ace. I don't know how, and I don't know who's in what. How? Before I was talking to my rant, and I jumped off my rant to away from the Indians, the Asians, etc., etc. Although they're just a little bit different because the language is so farmished. To me, the way the design of the letters are so farmished, not working with the English language at all, not even close to it, not that I can see, so that's enough. That makes a difference. So everything seems to be built on a ship from not North America. In fact, nothing was ever really North America. I mean, if you want to go back a few hundred years, what was in North America, usually most of what I've heard through my period of time is everything that's happened between Asia and then sort of like the Great Britain area, Brazil and Africa, and that's the whole world. Wait a second, where does Egypt, Israel fit in? What is that? The Mediterranean. So there's Greece, and there's like all these pieces and parts when you look at it, and somehow there's a whole story being told over time of how everything was broken up and created when we came to this place. So that brings me back. Where did this all start with me? It started with my cat being outside, really cold. I thought of Nikola Tesla, and I said, these guys are like plugged into a 110. Is it a 110 socket or a 115? I think the 115 is what you see behind the computer, which is the key to the socket in the wall. Do you like the way I did that? Like, right. To the socket in the wall, which is the 110. We have the 110 and the 115, both of them telling a different story. At 110, it is the 75th minute, a 70th minute. That's your gateway to freedom. But at 115, which is the key, because the 11th letter is a K, the E is the 5th letter, and 2 and 11 is 1 and 1 is 2, and then 5, right? Because the position of the letters, first letter, second letter, third letter. So now I'm going to use, because the first letter, it's going to dictate, I think it's going to dictate. This is something new I just thought of. So let me write this down, because it looks better when you write things down sometimes. K11, E05, Y. 1 and 1 is 2, 0 and 5 is 5. The 25th letter is Y, and that's the key. Key equals to a total of, excuse me, I shouldn't have done it this way. I should have wrote 7. So it'll be this plus this plus 7. This is moon. 57 is moon. I was talking about the 110 in the wall. 110 is 70 minutes. All zeros equal 6. 76. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay. And here is the 115, which is the 75th minute or the key. And that is the moon energy. You okay, kiddo? Okay. So this is part of your moon, and your energy is your and it shouldn't actually look like that unless you're looking like that. Do you see anything here? I mean, this is all backwards, right, for me. So I'm not really sure if you're seeing the whole thing. This is your 7-5. This is your G5 energy. But it's bypassed through the moon right now. We're going to make it work through satellites. And satellites, which we have the star, and then we have the ground. Okay, ground, remember that word, and we call it the towers. Then we're going to have the elephant, because it's going to be in the sewers where Bell is. Bell is your communication. Your Graham cookie, Bell cookie. Because when you go into a computer, you have to accept the cookies. Ham is your ham radio. Ra is resident angel. Instead of AR, it's RA, and this is Jera. Jacera, the mother of Ra. Because it fits in. This is Graham. I'm just connecting the letters of words that were already created. What comes to your mind on these thoughts? Is anybody saying something to me? Let me break this up. It's the billy of the goat and what makes it jump. Oh, I like that. The billy of the goat. The billy, thank God it's not as willy for Billy. The billy of the goat. What makes him jump? Now, there's a question I'm going to ask you. I can look at this two ways. I can say, are you trying to laugh at me because of what I'm playing with words? Now you're playing words? Or is that a serious question? Because there's no question mark. Really, and you're you saying that, and did you say that when I mentioned about the cat being plugged in? Like, the cats are like, for me, the cats are like, you don't even see anything in this world. It's what's here, and that's why they act always the same, because these two connectors are always branched out. And the only time they bring it back is maybe when they're not in one world. They're sleeping, and now they're awake. And now they're sleeping, and now they're awake. And you know why I'm doing this? I'm just questioning myself. I do this because they can't just be outside this world and not be aware. Right now, they're connected, they're completely aware, they're awake, they're running around, they go to sleep. So they see with this connection, this single connecting moon out here, which we would call the Earth moon, will tell them what's going on this planet while they're still out in wherever they are through the disconnect of who they are, because they're not even here. Their bodies might be here, but there might be some kind of human robotic Megatron, some sort outside this system, walking around having a beer right now. And then all of a sudden, boom, something happens here. They hear it here. It goes through here out to that moon. This opens up. They open up their eyes. Now maybe it's tick-tock between the two worlds, which could be some other animal, which might be the bear when it's sleeping. I don't know. So we had the moon, the satellite sky, the ground, it's ours. And then we had the elephant. What brought on this story was the where am I? Was the elephant and the sewers and the Bell and Graham Bell, Alexander Graham Bell, and the communication that's in the ground, and ham radio, which is one signal antenna. And the elephant is in the water system because he only has a pea brain, and the rats and the mice are down in the sewer system. So we had to bring the communication between the cat that now chases the mouse inside the sewer system as the river runs from each house and apartment down the stream. Merrily, 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 let's connect it all together. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Welcome, everybody. Saturday Night Live. That's right, Saturday Night Live. I need a different studio in the back to make more of a show. But anyways, so we have the elephant in the sewer. He's got a pea brain. He sees the rat. He sees the mouse. The cat chases him. And a cat is known for communication angle of transmission, which creates a transition, because when you communicate with something, you can transition into something else, and transistor. And tor for the torus of it spinning around, and you're constantly changing by the constant knowledge of what you know. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. You said that or something close to it in an older village. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I know. I don't remember what it is. I got 8,000 videos out here. Some nut. I'm replacing him tonight. I'm one of the clones. You don't know who I am. I mean, I could be that clone tonight. I mean, I think this is a fantastic video. Since when does Ronald, Mr. MRTACPANS, ever come out with stuff like this? I'm the replacement. I'm much better looking because it's all about me. Is it all about you? Makes sense. If you're here watching, it's about you and it's about me, because whatever I deliver, whatever I serve up, whatever you're watching, you don't want me to come out here somehow and deceive you by saying something so stupid that it just turns you off and makes you sick after. You don't want to hear any of that. And I don't want to be delivering any of that, because that's sick, you know, that's sick. Power and control, all about you. You say that and it'd be all about me, because if you said right now, you point to your computer screen and you go, it's all about you, you'd be pointing at me. There's 7 people watching, 7 people all about me, plus me, that's 8. Do I count? You follow me? 7 and 1, who I am. Or 1 of you, 1 of me, and the other 6 that are now watching. Different calculations, depending on who's saying it. I'm on the screen. You're at home or somewhere watching me. Wow, watch out for that car in front of you. Oh my God, I can't believe you just slammed on the brake. Stop using your phone. Put me on the side. Pull over. Don't get yourself a burger. Okay. So we have the elephant in the sewers. And what this means is that we have the elephant in the sewers connected to everything, connecting to all our telephones, knowing where every single telephone is. That telephone goes to the tower, which is known as the ground, into the sky, which is to the satellite, which is known as the sky, which is all connected to and transferring over from the old moon connection, a singular connection, to multitudes of satellites that will be communicating, and also with our moon. I think that our moon served its purpose since 1969. The numeric value and birthday for Mars is this year. Happy birthday, Mars. It is your birthday this year. 51 years since 1969, when we made 2 moons communicate with 1 moon, and Mars now connects with the blue planet. Lovely, lovely game we are here. Sounds good to me. What's up in the sky? So we have the moon, and which brings me to something that I did today, and there's a whole lot of other things that go with this. And it has to do with the Q letter, where C meets I. Q is the 17th letter. The Q with the U, and the U around the I, it is creating the Q of the U. That's the 17th letter. And if you want to really take a look at it, if you continue this over this way, you'll actually see a 2 and a 1. Or how about 2112, blackjack, 1721. The Q letter is the 17th letter. The U letter is the 21st letter. And everybody likes to put Q and U together. There's a lot of QUs here in North America together, but there's not as many. There's not as many. You go down to the Asian countries, I don't see if there's a lot of Qs around. That's why James Bond, right, from England, he gets the Q. He gets to work for Q. So now Q and U, which is 17 and 28, equals to the 2 letters C and H. I like to put it in church because it starts with a C3, and the H is connected to it. The 3 and the 8 create 11, And that is your red ball and pull, the 3 and the 11 ball and pull, separated by the black ball 8. That you follow where I went with that? CH. CH. The third letter and the 8th letter, creating a total of 11. So you express the 3, you don't have to express the 8, you just say the 11. You already know the difference, that they're in the same house. You now have connections of the stripes and the solids. The question is, if you have a stripe here and a solid here and a stripe here and a solid here, what would you have? Let's put it this way. If this was black and this was white and this was black and this was white, you'd look like you'd have stripes, and that would be judgment. Starts with an S, starts with an S. This is S tier. Rip. I'm just trying to say, I'm just looking at this myself. It goes east ear, or the right ear. Rest in peace. Resident birth, communication of the half-life. 7997. This is your ham radio vibration. CHOM. Man creation. Shom. FM. M as in love, as in 1000. The single communication of our single moon for F. I don't know if we should say female. It's the FM station. I don't know exactly, but we're going to work with all the stations to understand what that means. And obviously, if we have that, to fill the rest of that gap would be the AM. But now I think I'm off the subject. I have to go back to church. CH11, U for 21, CH11, 232. Beta communication, and that communication is through Mars. 1 times 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 5 and 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. They both come to the same thing. Created through Mars, beta creation of the Christ. 23, 46, 69, 92, where it becomes our birth. You do it one more time, it becomes 25, we come to Earth. And then we go over to Pluto, and now we're into the half-life spirit. Over here, we add on another 2, and here, and we're back to Pluto again. Just keep adding on 23, 46, 92. Did I do this right? No, you see, and there's a big mistake over. Oh, no. 46, 23 is 69, 79, 89, 92. And 23, 3 and 2 is 5, 9 and 2, 11, right? You'd have 115. That's your communication. That's your computer hookup right there in your 92 birth through the sun. So you have 3 and 2, and 9 and 2 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2, and that's where the key comes in. And 23 is 48, and the key comes in Pluto. That's your pass. This is your barcode, Pluto. Only because of what the words say. Key, Pluto. Pluto is something that happens on when you're typing in your PLOs or whatever. Not, you know, your, what do you call it? Anyways, don't forget, I also use wordplay. You add it again, this is going to be wrong. 8 and 3 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2. This would be 6 and 2. This would be your God, your dog, and the pound. I'm not really sure what that means, but this is where we end up. And then we add 23 again to this, okay, and we end up with the silver matrix. The energy passing the 8 or passing the gate. 5G moon. And that comes to Union Jack. Union Jack. H. You can stand it this way and say I, but we're not. We're going to do the I this way. HI, creating this. N and Z. And that's your sign of Union Jack. It spells Heinz. And that's Heinz. 8 plus 9 plus 14 plus 26. The reverse of N
is Z. The reverse of H is I. 40 and 17. The total is 57. And it says, High Zion. High Zion. Z I O N. High Zion. Cousin. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm just going along with the connecting thing is to the entirety of the changing of the moon. And the changing of the moon is 21, 12, 21, which according to the Hebrew calendar and probably other calendars, but this is the one I know, we are already in the year 57 and 81, which means that this December 12th, okay, this December 21st, okay, which is actually the 20th, because Christmas happens on the 25th, but we have the Christmas Eve when we start to celebrate, right? So if you start to celebrate for the 21st, it's already happened. It happens on that night of the Eve, which is December 20th of not 2121, but 2120, because the Hebrew New Year has already changed our year, but we haven't counted it yet. And that's why this year at this time, these numbers would come in. But anyways, we don't know about that, but the numbers that we talk about, because this is the number, I don't want to change it. The numbers have to look like this. Because imagine if you did a code and first you did the code in North America, and then you did the code in Africa, and then you did the code in Britain, and then you did the code in Brazil, and then you did the code in South America. South America part of all of North America? And then you did a code in the Mediterranean, and then you came back to do it at the beginning, and then you have your mixed up codes of and you used up things on the planet. There's keys on this planet, and then there's the loop, the all special loop. And this loop, we have to loop all the time. And if we loop all the time, we're going in, and this is our 24-hour day. Watch, here's a 24-hour day, here's a 24-hour day, here's a 24-hour day. So we go from here to here, 1 day passes. We go to here, 2 days pass. We go to here, 3 days pass. We go to here, 4 days pass, and then we've left. We went in from an upside down 6 to an we went in from a 9 down to the other side 6. And while this is happening, this eye can watch you for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and this eye sees you for all 4 days, and you're gone. Or the question can be, is this only this area over here? I'm not really sure what this area counts as, but it's 2, 3, and then 1, 4. This is where the sun watches you. Just trying to understand the entirety. So we'd have one loop, or we can have 2 loops. And then you would ask yourself the question, I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. Then I can have my W value, or I can have a single one, and I would have my V value, my value of life, 22nd and 23rd letter, life creation, beta creation. So I'm just trying, and then I'd ask myself questions. Does this have anything to do with electricity? These things, I've seen this in electric before. Anyways, these are looping to looping. This is the ground through the changing of the moon for 2021, which happens on the eve of that time. And I just wanted to just bring up one last thing before we come to a close on this video. I think there's too much shadow here. Let me see if I can get a little bit of light. Okay. I just want to put the light this way. Win. 23rd letter, 9th letter, and 14. 23, 32, 42, 46. 4 plus 6, 10. 4 plus 6, 24. 10 minus 24. This would equal 34. This would equal to 14. I'm not going to say what it means, so I'm getting a little tired already. But 6 plus 4 equals 10. Then we have 16 and 12, 28, 29 and 3, 32 and 5, 37. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 times 3, 21. this will always reflect on itself. Why is 0 equal to 6? Because this one dot over here, which has 8 voided spaces, as you can see, or 8 spaces that you can actually have, one here, one here, one here, one here, but you don't see it unless you see it here or you see it here. So there's 8 spaces. But if you enter from here, you go out through here, there's 6 spaces. Calling your passing river Banks. Kiddo, how are you? Am I going too long? If you think I should end, just tell me and I'll speak to the people and see if they want me to stop. In fact, there's a petition. They told them they want me to keep going. Let me read some of the, did you hear about the Saturn overlapping Jupiter? No, I did not. Last time it happened was 800 years ago. Is it happening again? And I'm having trouble understanding the sky and overlapping. But if I was looking at overlapping, right, I'd be sitting on somebody's lap and I'd be overlapping my lap on their lap. And in that case, if my lap is sitting on if my lap is sitting, if they're sitting on my lap, right, and pending if it's a person sitting on my lap, would that be a lap dance? And then if that's a lap dance, you're supposed to get excited. And if you get excited, it would be early in the morning. Does anybody know how to say early in the morning? It's bonheur, right? So when you have the bonheur, okay, and somebody's sitting on your lap, there's a chance there can be an insertion. If there's an insertion, it has to do with insertion of what? And you would say the female. So who is the female in the sky? Who is our female? There's a plug-in, overlapping female, plug-in, something to do in the sky. I mean, everything has to do with a plug-in, of course. You're plugged in somewhere. Okay, even in the Wi-Fi, what you don't see right here, me going onto the screen in that void, it's picking me up. That's a connection to molecules and however this whole system works. However, this camera can pick me up through this area of space that I can squeeze. I mean, it's like water. You ever get a lot of water and squeeze it? There's still a pressure, although it's a liquid that flows. So let me get back to this part over here. The wind play show. In fact, let me put the camera down for a second. The win 4 and 6, place is 37, and show 19th letter, 8th letter, the 15th letter, and 23rd letter. 19, 27, 37, 42, 52, 62, 19, 27, 37, 37, 42, 52, 62, 63, 64, 65. So I had made a mistake in this one. And 6 and 5 connects to 15, connects to 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. And this will give you 30 and 11 equals to 41 equals to 19. And this is, minus 11 equals to 19. This is the spirit. This is DNA, birth in the sun. Obviously, it's the sun and the moon. I don't want to put that together right now. So this is 10, 10, 11. Win, 10, place, 10, show, 11, 16, 16. What do I make 11 at? What do I make 11 at? There's a double cycle in numbers. There's 1 to 9 is one set of numbers. And then there's 10 through 19 is another set of numbers. And all these numbers are broken up. And each one of them tells you something different on a dice cube. Where can you learn what I'm doing and make it all up? I learn it from what I see. I observe, I perceive, and I ask a story. What's going on? And I just take out the basic, what I can absolutely. Just give me a second. My cat wants to come in from outside. Yeah, come see me. I'm on TV. Come see, I'm on TV.
I'm on TV. Can I say I'm on TV? I mean, I see myself on TV. You see me on TV? I'm on your TV. I'm on your screen, but I look plain. When I look in the screen, I look plain. Okay, so where did I get these numbers from? Is that what I was talking about? I wanted to finish the win play show, but I'm going to have to try. Nothing. I just kept observing. That's all. I just observed something and I asked questions. There's a whole bunch of things going on in this calculator. I like to start with the square pad. The dog pound, 9 legs of the cat. The moon is on here. Everything's passing through the moon and it's right here. When did the push button? First there was the rotary dial. I mean, don't forget. First there was 1 ring-a-dingy, 2 ring-a-dingies, and how things process. And I try to pinpoint. It's like when you go down, let's say you want to take a long drive and you go from Saint Jerome to Montreal. Montreal, you go into Ontario. You no longer use cities. Now you say the complete town: Ontario, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, California. And that's how I got to California. If I want to go to the store, I'm going to tell you 5 streets. But if I want to go to California, I just told you 7 states. Michigan to Illinois to Indiana to Iowa. Is that what it is? To Nebraska, to Wyoming, to Utah, to Nevada, into California. Boom, I got it. I get to California that way. Hebrew gematria. Where can I learn what you're doing? 1226 was the year. 1226 was the year of, okay, the wheel with the same degree in the sky. Okay, the same degree in the sky, and degree is also temperature. And don't forget, we're falling into some times that are really crazy right now. Do you know why? I don't know either. Only your perception. It's because Donald Trump is on the next cycle of presidencies. You see, the first presidencies ended with Grover Cleveland. And then Grover Cleveland apparently had more votes in the election when Benjamin Harris won. And apparently they counted him again. They say he's the 22nd and the 24th president, but is he counted as a number of who president is? Because to me, 22 and 24 were the same. Let's remove Benjamin Harrison. What it was Benjamin Harrison? He was the division of. So now, since it was the first 22, then the next 22 would have started at Benjamin Harrison, and don't count number 23. So all the numbers, okay, don't count number 24. And 24, the 24th key in the piano is center C. So let's not count center C, and let's count D. And everything starts in D, and that's the delta angle. That's our delta angle, and there's something special about the delta angle. I'm trying to remember how did I do this delta angle? Boy, I don't remember. No, that's not it. I don't remember how I do the delta angle. Wow. This way. Oh yes, this way, and this way. This way, and this way, and this way. The delta angle. And then it would be this way, this way, this way, and this way. And that would be the other part of the dental angle. And there's numbers that come with it. 8, 11, 8, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 13. And these numbers create that design. And it happens again at 28, 29, 31, and 26 again. And this is from the roulette table. So the roulette table showed me about this. So when I said Donald Trump, Grover Cleveland, Grover, Rover on Mars, leave, Eve, DNA, Eve, so clever was Rover, Red Rover, come over. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. So what happens is 22nd president, 23rd president was Benjamin Harrison.
And now you count 22 presidents, and the last one was Barack Obama. And now you start on a new, right? Because 22 and 22 went away, and now you're on the DJT right now. So this is the big change with the bid in Joe. And there's a whole thing with that name also, Joe and Jack came back, Jack and Joe. Donald, Jack, and Joe. So let me see what was written down here. 1226, 3 and 8. 1226, life between the half-life. Life between the half-life. What does it mean, life between the half-life? Well, you have one full life, and it's a half-life because it's actually some sort of digital. You have three choices of two choices. What does that mean? It means everything is on this planet has already been created. Everything has been tested. Everything has been mixed, and everything can be repaired through this digital, like magic, just like magic. It's just like changing a molecule in you. You can just pull it. And certain molecules, can they be changed in your body? If not, the body perishes. Or they turn you off and pull your plug out of the game. Because you're the one moon game, right? You're in the game this way. Maybe your elbows are your satellites. Remember what I told you before? And look at those delta angles just from doing this over here. That's my delta angle I just drew. So are you just in this world and you go to sleep, this happens for your dreaming? Or is it only picking it up with your elbows, with your antennas? How are you picking up that information? I'm only mentioning possibilities, theories. What's real? Do we know what's real anymore? When you get information, do you know the truth of something, of a subject you don't actually really know because you haven't done it yourself? Hebrew gematria, I do not do it. Are you a genius? So if I said, are you a genius? You have to answer me. Who knows who's what a genius? What's a genius? What's a genius? What's a genius? What's a genie? Oh, a genie ass. Oh, yes. My mother used to tell me, hey, genie, because I always made some magic crazy stuff. I'm a genie. And genie actually says sun birth passage through the moon. G&E would be your moon. SUN would be the sun, which is your birth DNA through the sun. And it's the I birth. So the I birth, I believe, comes through C and I, which is the Q letter. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm saying it. It's because I'm trying to figure out right now, it's a hypothesis. What does that I have to do with? What does the I mean? I have the R for resident angel, the 18th letter. 1 through 18 is where it all ends. And the flip side is 19 through 36. And I'm taking this off the roulette wheel. I'm only using the elements that the majority or that is known in this world. I didn't create anything new. I created nothing. I used everything that anybody on this planet can see. I didn't see any different. I didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, I haven't said even yet why 1 through 9 is different than 10 through 19. First of all, 21st, 31st, 41st, everything is first with the ST and first. But when you come to after 10 and you add 1, 10 has a 1 in it, but there is no ST. It's 10th. And 11 is 11th. And there's a 1, but you don't say first. You don't say 11 first. 11 first, you go TH, time heaven. And then in French, they break it up. And in English, they break it up. They break it up between 12 and 13. 6 and 6 is 12, 2 cubes. And then 13 is the next cube. It's a teen, a 14, a 15. And then somehow you get a sweet 16. How sweet it is. But usually the girls get the sweet 16. 1 passing through the 6, giving you the moon, moving the oceans. The child is born. You got the 2 goats over here because the goat has 2 titties. So you got to relate the goat. You can't relate the 4 titties of the cow. That's something different. Cow is something different. Usually how now brown cow. Now you got to use the element of how now brown cow and try to figure out that riddle, what it means somewhere else. Don't forget when everybody's giggling and everybody's getting that high spirit, sitting down in creation going, oh, what can we do? Right? That high spirit.
How, you know, and they're making jokes. How now, brown cow? You know. And anyways, let me see this. Are we in a curve sweep? I'm not really sure what that means. I think we're going through an end. Just, I don't know what that means at all, and I can't even guess. This message is held for review. Now, of course, I have to show. Yes, Jeannie asked, right? Absolutely, absolutely. Always come from the back end. Whatever anybody else doesn't think, if you can think it, you got it from the back end. And sometimes they say out of the horse's mouth. Did they ever say out of the horse's ass? So now we're gonna have to play with these two. And everybody knows Genie, Gemini, month of May. Genie also has to do General Electric, power, energy, the word nine, sun, 149, 149. Jesus and gateway and time come from Genie. Ass. I'm just trying to think which way they want to look at that, but I'm getting a little bit tired. So can I hide that again? But doesn't matter. I don't care. I like people have to make, you know, you make a comment, it is what it is, right? If I can't accept it. So we went over through, we were talking about, then we have 16, then we have 17, 18, 19. We have 20, and here would be 10 and 10, 20, and here would be 10, 10, 20, 30. That's the way I want to look at it because it's whole. 30 might be 0, 3, and the reverse would say 30. Anyways, let me get on. I want to finish this. I have a guest over, and I'm putting in a lot of time. I didn't think it was going to come out this way. I wasn't even prepared. Now we go to the French. And in the French, it goes première, deuxième, troisième. So after 2 in French, première is 1, deuxième is 2nd, troisième, quatrième, cinquième, sixième. They're all the same, I-E-M. Première and deuxième. In fact, I'm wrong. In French, only première is different. Deuxième, troisième, after that, they're all the same. But things switch around, and things switch around. I should end this video. It's 47 minutes. I got to go a couple more minutes, 2 more minutes. In French, you get to 80. Actually, when you get to 70, they're now saying 60 and 10. So they're saying 60 and 10. But when you get to 80, they're saying 4 times 20. When you get to 90, they're saying 4 times 20 plus 10. 60 plus 10. Hey, girl, give me a kiss. Okay. Oh, okay. I have to make sure you don't step on anything and then stop my video here. Okay, I have to move my keyboard. I'm having a little bit of trouble. Hey, girl. Here, come up here. Oy, oy, oy. Here's my girl. Hey, girl. Look, you're there. You're a repeat. Want to go down? Can you go down? Can you go down? Please, go down. Go down. Say hello. Good. There you go. Okay, give me 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. Okay, so we were talking about the French. So the French, when it comes to 80, they're saying 4 times 20, so it's almost like 80 doesn't exist, and they're using the maximum of 20, because when they get to 90, they're saying 4 times 20 plus 10. So right away, you know, if it's not 4 times 20, they're not saying 3 times 30. They're saying 4 times 20 plus 10, which is telling me that 20 and 10 and there's nothing else. 20 and 10 and there's nothing else. 20, 10 and there's nothing else. And then there's 20, 20 and there's nothing else. So where was I going to go with this? Yes, here's one thing. There's first, here's the initials. There's second. and there's third, and there's fourth. Standardeth, 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 standard death, standardeth. So let me see what else this is. Creve, Angle Smooth. Allison Gamble died. Who's that? Ali's son, Muhammad Ali, Ali's son, Allison. I'm late. What did I miss? Oh my God, Levette, you're late. I think you missed 48 minutes about. That's what you missed. Miss. So what you missed is when is a female a miss? Up to what age you say miss? Is a female always a miss? Or is that when you play baseball and you swing and you miss? Right? Or actually, it doesn't even have to be baseball. See, the first thing that was in my mind is batters up, and it's baseball. In fact, in T-ball, you can swing that bat and miss all the time. But in T-ball, I hit my cat in the nose. In T-ball, and in fact, it's one of my first images I painted on my wall. Not sure if you can see. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God. It's over here. You can't really make it out, but that's T-ball over here. Okay. And in T-ball, you don't miss. You just keep swinging until you hit the ball, and whatever happens, happens. I always thought a miss. At what point are you a miss? Are you a miss when you're 4 years old? You go, excuse me, miss. Or is it a child that says the word miss? So does it portray a number or just one of the sexes? So anyways, in French, we seem to associate in IEM all the way up and through till 16. But when it comes to 17, 18, 19, it's completely different. And 17 is reflection, is the 17th letter, and it reflects Mars and the planet and the house. And 18 replicates the angel, the residency of who we are, and the sun, our DNA. And 19 represents the moon, represents the church, again, represents the church. It represents the red ball in pool, and it represents 5 by 19, 4 by 19 equals 76. So it represents the half-life, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 7 and 6, 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals 42, and 13 equals to 55, representing our freedom. If you minus it, it turns out to 76. Take away, hold on a second, 76. I don't like to do this. 19, 19, 19, 19, 76, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. Oh, yes, 42 minus 13 equals to 29, equals the representation of birth in the sun, and the something to do with an accumulation of 3 months that add up to, what 3 months add up to 92 days. And that would be Pluto and Venus. And Neptune and Mercury. 92. Pluto, Venus, Mercury, Neptune. And the reason for that is second planet and ninth planet. And now I reverse it and I go the second planet, Neptune, and the ninth planet, Mercury. That's it. I don't know what I missed. Somebody tell me a story. I was born in Mississippi. You're just born in a sissy. You had a pippy. Mississippi. Oh, Mississippi. Miss ISS. The ISS. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 1991. Jupiter. Wow. SS. I can't say too much on this anymore, but SS Jupiter. I like that. Because of the ISS, right? Wherever our spaceship is there in the sky, right? Well, the SS is another way to put Jupiter together, the swastika together if you want. Christ is the PP. It's also the half-life spirit. And again, it's between the two I's, which the I can be inside the Q, which is created by I and C letter coming together. What is that? Anyways, that's it for this video. If anybody has anything to say, there's still 7 of us here, 2 in the house. I started a beer. Yes, I'm having a beer tonight. It's a big celebration. I have a guest. Say hi.
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 Hola.
Hola. We're still trying to figure out more languages. Anyways, communication, right? Yeah, so please, somebody say something. Is there anything here on my list? And you want to ask any questions? I'm falling out of my link, out of my realm. I'm starting to just see a whole bunch of things written on paper or things that I've written. Let me just look at one piece here. There's a reason these boxes are here. There's a reason this letter is the same size. Where is that? Which way does it look like 510? Which is actually your Mars. Where do you see 510? You see here's the number 5. And here's a 2 and a 5 together, but when you turn it sideways, for me it creates a 10. One that, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it could be just a figment of nothing. Well, you know what? According to the papers, I mean, according to what's already there, if time repeats itself, this is just saying this is the situation we're in right now. But it might just, I mean, in the last situation, Benjamin Harris ended up keeping the seat until the next election. But don't forget, when we move forward in time, sometimes occupancy is now shortened. Notice different side of my nose where I do that. The nose seems to be the division or the center of both, the balance under the chin. So that's where we are. So what can happen is like the first presidency was what, 4 years? And we went, I don't know how many cycles into the future. It can just be 4 months or 4 days, right? 4 months, 4 days. I don't know. I'm just thinking of that. 44. The other thing I wanted to mention is, can anybody see the number 4 here? See, there's a number 4. Just looks like a groundhog with a wedge. 4 is created from 7 and 1. 7 and 1 equals 4. And if you look at your phone, 714. The other thing is, you can put this down here and you can say it's on angle and a bridge of some sort. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus will be the last thing I'm going to do, 1 hour, and that's a long time. Have you seen Secrets of Super Gods by Maurice Cottrell? If not, do go watch it. You'll love it. Let me just write this down. Have you ever heard of that movie?
Which one?
Secrets of Super Gods by Maurice Cottrell. Thank you very much. I will talk about whatever I think I see, if I can make it out. I'm still trying to learn about what's up in the sky, and I should branch myself to, and I should study and stop doing videos and just look, or keep doing videos, or just don't worry about it and just find the time to understand this star system. I think it's very important. Look up Allison Gamble. Okay, you wrote that before. Okay, anybody else? I only have 2 thumbs up. Now, either A, you don't want the system to know you like it. B, everybody forgets. And C, should it make a difference to me? I don't know. I think they put that out there just to hurt people's feelings, you know? They say, oh, look at a guy, doesn't have very many thumbs up. Or it's the fake matrix way of saying, oh, everything is great. So you put a thumb up, put a thumb down, it means you're participating in life. But if we don't do it at all, there's no participation, then the communication, you can't grow the belly of the communication of the alter worlds because they know we're unhappy. So they're going to continue and strengthen their link instead of saying, oh, we're happy here. So all our conscience is staying in this earth, taking the money, taking everything we want, instead of knowing there's more to this planet Earth, more to the animals. I have to go. Raphael, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Anybody have to say anything? Don't be scared. You want my email. Don't be scared to ask. And that's it for now. Take care. Is this right side up or back side? I appreciate all the comments. Mississippi,